Okay, so for today's tutorial, I'm going to be using Walmart's Mainstays 100% acrylic yarn. You get 397 yards, which is 363 meters, or 7 ounces, or 198.4 grams. Now, this is a 4-weight, and this is going to be for tutorial purpose only. Walmart did not have a large selection of yarn, and so green is the color that we are going with. So also I will be using a 6mm hook. There we go, 6 millimeters. You can use whatever size hook that you would like to get the size drape or the type of drape that you would like to have. I find that a 6mm works pretty well for 4 weights. So we're gonna go ahead, I'll show you. Alright, so I take my hook and I put the yarn over top, take the short end and bring it to the left, flip it over the top, under through the circle that you made there, flip it towards the front like that, tighten it, and then hold on to that center and chain 1 and pull it tight. That's how I make my slip knot. You don't have to do that. You could make your slip knot any way that you would like to. If I bump the camera, guys, I'm sorry. I am working out of a truck, so I am also working by the light of the day. So let's hope that I have plenty of light to go ahead and do this whole tutorial without running out of daylight, because it's a little dark in here, honestly. So we got 1 hour, guys, to get this whole tutorial done. Let's hope I do it in one shot. So chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, oops, 5. Okay, did I do 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I did. Okay, so you got 5 chains. Now I'm going to go ahead and go into the first chain there, drop a loop and pull through both loops there. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is going to count as 1 treble and a chain 1. So now we're going to make another treble and go directly into that circle and make another treble. American treble, not the UK treble. So I don't know what they call it, but this is an American one. So you're going to yarn over twice, go into the loop or the circle, yarn over, come out, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, pull off 2, and then last one, yarn over and pull off 2. Oh, I didn't chain 1. Hold on, guys, you got to chain 1 between each of these. So let me chain 1. So yarn over twice, go in, yarn over, come out, yarn over 1 time, yarn over twice, yarn over 3 times. There you go. I think that's why it's called a treble. So that is going to be done a few more times so that we have 5 trebles on there. So chain 1 and then yarn over twice, go into your circle, yarn over, come on out, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over and pull off 2. I'm gonna trim that little fuzzy part of my tail there because it is bothering me. There we go. Throw that piece away. Okay, now we're going to chain 1. Sorry about that. Chain 1, and we are going to do 1 last treble so that there will be 5. So yarn over twice, go into your circle, yarn over and pull off 2, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over and pull off 2. Now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, yarn over twice and make 5 more trebles. So the exact same thing on the one side is what we're going to do. Let me pull some yarn here. Hold on, and we're back. Okay. Let me go ahead and get back to that chain 3 that we started before I started that very first treble for the next side. So I'm going to yarn over twice, go in, yarn over, come out, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, and pull off the last 2. Chain 1, yarn over twice, go into that circle there, yarn over and come out, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, and pull off 2. Chain 1. Okay, so you see how it's starting to get that V shape there? Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and yarn over twice and make another treble. Chain 1, and you guessed it, another treble. There we go. So there's 4, and we're going to do 1 more. Let's straighten this out so that it's even here. There we go. So chain 1, last treble, and this is how round 1 looks. Okay, now we're going to come back and chain 1, turn your work, and now we're going to put a half double crochet in each space. That includes in the top post of your very first stitch there. And then we're going to go ahead and go into that chain 1 space, yarn over, go into that top post for the next stitch, come on out, yarn over, and pull off all 3. These are half double crochet. So we're going to go into that next chain 1 space. Don't mind my yarn vomit in the background. I did not have very good experience trying to get it all out of there. So it is what it is, and we're going to go ahead and keep on moving. Okay, so yarn over into that top post and pull off all 3 like that. Yarn over into the chain space there. Make sure you're pulling off all 3 in one go. Yarn over and go into that top post there, and just like that. And we're going to go ahead and continue into that last stitch here, and now we're going to form that point into a better point. So we're going to yarn over and make 2 half double crochet like that, chain 3, so 1, 2, 3, and then into that same chain 3 space from previous row we're going to put 2 more half double crochet into that chain 3 space, just like that. And now we're going to work into the top post of this treble from the previous row and start matching the other side by just doing a half double crochet into each chain 1 space and into each top post until we get down to the end. Hey guys, guess what? I'm getting better at looking in the camera and crocheting. It gets a little wonky sometimes. Okay, so now we're at the end of the trebles and we're into that chain 5 now. So we're going to say that there are 4 chains representing a treble and 1 chain for that chain 1 space. So we're going to go ahead and do a half double crochet in that chain 1 space, and then what's representing the top of this treble is going to be another, and I like to do it this way, don't ask me why, I guess I got to be difficult. one more half double into the top of that chain 4. So now with row 2 complete, it looks like this. Okay? Okay. Now we're going to go ahead, oops, chain 1, turn your work, and we're going to do a double crochet, and I'm going to do my best to show you exactly how I'm doing this, because this is a little different. Okay, it's easy, it's just different. So we're going to do double crochet all the way around this whole thing, but we're going to work back here. So into the top of the loop that is behind this first loop here, and then to secure it so that it's nice and strong, we're going to also go into that loop there. And what it does is when you finish your double crochet, it pops that forward. So let's do that again. Into the next stitch, we're going to go in the back and then behind and underneath the back, right there, so that we have 2 loops. We're going to yarn over and come through both of them loops and pull off all 3 loops that were on there. Now, you see what's happening there? Instead of half of this being cut off, that's showing, and it kind of will pop forward 3D like a little bit. See that? Okay, so let's do it again. Into that top right here. Let me see if I can move my yarn out of the way. Right here. Back here. Into that loop there. Yarn over and come on out and take off all 3. See? I'm losing daylight. Alright guys. Let's see. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and do that all the way to the end in that back loop. So here, back there, come on out, take them all off. Alright, I'm going to pause this, and I want you guys to go all the way to this last stitch doing that, and then I'll meet you for here. Okay, so I made it to the end here, and so what we're going to do, this is what it should look like up to this point. See that? Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and work 2 half double crochet into, 2 double crochet into this chain 3 space here from the previous row. So that's 1, and that's 2. Okay, now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to make 2 more double crochet right into that same chain 3 space from the previous row. Okay, creating a new point. Okay, so now we're back into this stitch again. So go into that back loop there and go way back here, grab your yarn, come on through and pull off all 3. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and do that again all the way across. And guys, I'm going to do this way to save daylight. I'm going to meet you at the end because I work faster off camera. So I'll meet you at the end and we'll go on to the next row together. Okay, so my genius self realized that I can turn the flash on. So this is what you should have the row, for row 3, this is what it should look like. And as you can see, that chain look kind of pops out a little bit here. See that? Okay, so now we're going to move on to the next row. So chain 1, turn your work, and now we are going to go into the same stitch from the previous row and go into the top post and make half double crochet all the way around the whole thing. So there's 2, 3. I don't know why I'm counting, guys. I do that sometimes on something that doesn't need you to count on it. I count. I mean, I know you're supposed to count both sides when you're done to make sure that there's equal amount of stitches, but I don't always do that, which sometimes ruins the project. Kind of, you know, the count is wrong and it makes, like say a shawl, lopsided. Okay. Now we are just about at that point, that chain 3 space. We are going to continue on making that point by going 1 and 2 half double crochet, chain 3 like so, and then do 2 more half double crochet. And I am going to fight with this ball of yarn to grab some more yarn from it. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and chain all the way, or not chain, I'm sorry, half double crochet all the way across to the end in the top post, of each stitch from the previous row. I'll meet you there, and I'm going to grab some more yarn out of this brand new skein because it is snug in there. Okay, so now this is what it looks like at the end of this row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, row 5. Okay, I knew that. Okay, so we've made it around with half double crochet. Now I have to admit, I had to stop my tutorial and start again because, well, I went further out, like 2-3 rows, and realized I was doing it wrong. It's my own pattern. I'm allowed to mess up. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do chain 1, turn your work, and we're going to put a double crochet, a chain 1, and a double crochet into that very first stitch. Okay, just like that. Now we're going to go skip the second stitch here, and we're going to go directly into that third stitch and do another double crochet and chain 1. Did I chain 1? I didn't chain 1 before I went into the next one. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm always in such a rush, and you know, I don't get a chance to really do tutorials with you, so it's going to take me a second to really get a hold of myself and stop being so nervous doing these. So, all right, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next stitch. And that's what we're going to do the whole way across. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next. Again, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the next, and chain 1. We're going to go all the way to the point, and I'll meet you there. Okay, so I've made it to the end, and what I'm going to do here is we're going to skip this last stitch here. We are going to double crochet. Make sure you chained 1 before you start into this chain space here. So double crochet, chain 1, skip that last stitch, double crochet into the chain space, chain 1, put another double crochet into the chain space, and we're going to chain 3 now. 1, 2, and 3. And now we're going to put another double crochet, chain 1, and another double crochet right there. Okay, now we're going to skip that first one. Let me tap the screen so that I'm focused. There we go. Skip the first stitch, make sure you chain 1, and we're going to put a double crochet into that second stitch from the point. Chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet into the next stitch. Go ahead and go all the way across, and I'll meet you at the top there. Okay, so I'm on my last stitches, so we're going to go ahead and chain 1, and we're going to skip that stitch right here, second from the last, and we're going to put a double crochet into that top post there, chain 1, and put 1 more double crochet into that same stitch. Okay, so this is how it's looking. Again, this is the front. Sorry if my camera's jumping all over the place. I don't know why it's doing that. I just noticed, I looked at the camera and I saw that it jumped right before my eyes. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, so now we've reached the end. My battery died, sorry guys. Phone got too hot, killed the battery, and we're back and we're plugged in. So now we're going to chain 1. We're going to turn our work. Let me turn this little light on back here. Nope, not that one. Not that one. That one. Here we go. Let's see if I can't do this with a little light. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to half double crochet all the way across, just like in previous rows. Half double in this very first stitch here, top post of the first stitch, like that. Half double in the chain space, then a half double in this top post, half double in the chain space, and we're going to do half double crochet in every stitch, the chain space and the top post of each stitch. Okay, and I will meet you at the point. Okay, so we've made it to the point. Now we're going to make sure that we get that last double crochet, put a half double in that one, and now we're going to go ahead and do 2 double crochet in the point in this chain space, 3 chains, move that out of the way, 3 chains, and then 2 more half double crochet in the same space. There we go. 1 there, 1 there. If you hear tapping, that's just Moses working out, tapping on to the onto the front of the truck. Shadow boxing is what he's doing. Okay, I don't know why he picked a fight with the truck. It never did anything wrong to him, but you know, to each their own. Okay, so now we're going to do half doubles all the way up the other side to match the first side. So on the top post, in the chain space, top post, chain space, and we're going to do that all the way up the side till we get to the top, and I'll meet you there. Okay, so we've made it to the very end. We are in the chain space, so now we're going to do 1 more half double crochet in this last stitch there. Okay, and that is how it should look. All right, now we're going to chain 1, turn our work. Well, actually this time we're going to chain 5. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this counts as a treble and a chain 1. Okay, so that's what we're doing now. This is going to count as the first stitch here. So we're not going to go into this top post for a second stitch. We're actually, or for our first stitch, we're going to go in there for our second stitch. So it's treble, chain 1, treble, into the very first stitch. Okay, now we're going to chain 1, skip 1, and treble into the next stitch. So there's 1 treble in there and a chain 1. Move my yarn. Okay, now we are going to chain 1, which I did, and do another treble after we skip 1. So skip this one and treble into the next one. So there's 1 into that next one and chain 1. Now we're going to do that all the way across till we get to the point. Okay, and I'll meet you there. Okay, so we've made it to the point now. So we have our last treble and our last chain 1. Now we're going to treble again, but we're going to skip this final stitch here, and we're going to treble right into that chain space there. Just like that. Now we're going to chain 1 and treble again right into that chain 3 space, like so. Now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to put a treble, chain 1, and another treble right into the same chain space. And then chain 1. Okay, so now we are going to go up the side, and we're going to go every other one and and treble crochet into it. So skip that very first one and go into the next one and put a treble. Chain 1 and treble, skip 1, treble into the next space, like so. And we're going to do that all the way up the whole side till we get to the top. So chain 1, skip 1, treble, and I will meet you at the top. Okay, so this is the final row, or final stitch in this row, and we're going to go ahead and yarn over 2 times and go into that very final stitch. Make sure you skip 1, chain 1, and go into that last stitch, and go ahead and make yourself 1 treble crochet, chain 1, and then 1 more double crochet or treble crochet, just like that. Now that's the front, and this is where you begin the repeat. So we're going to half double crochet around just like we did here. We're going to do that weird stitch that I did to pop this out, then doubles, then half doubles, then doubles, exit. Sorry, my GPS started talking to me. So yeah, that's the way it's going to look. I will go through one more half double crochet row and show you how to do that stitch with the doubles, and that will be it. You'll have to rewind and see how to do the next rows. Okay, so one last time with the half doubles, and I will show you how to make that one stitch pop again. So ready, chain 1, turn your work, half double crochet in every stitch, including the chain space. Okay, now I'm not going to go at full speed, but I'm not going to crochet as slow as I was in the beginning. That way you can see how to do that next one. So we're going to do that all the way to the point, and I'll meet you there. Okay, so I've made it to the point again, and we're going to go ahead and half double crochet into that last stitch there, and then start our point. Half double crochet, half double crochet, oops, okay, 2 half doubles, and my yarn vomit is everywhere. Look at this, guys. This is what I'm working with here. Off screen, my yarn is out of control. It's completely out of control. Let me pause this and come back to you. Okay, now that that's taken care of, chain 3. Oops. 1, 2, 3. Half double crochet. And, oops, there we go. And then another half double crochet. Now, again, we're going to go up the side and do our half double crochets. I'm not going to do them with you. I will meet you at the top. And you'll just make your other side match this side. Or this side match the other side. That's how you do it. Okay, I'll meet you at the top. Okay, so we've made it to the top again. Now, I left the last 2 double crochets out so that you could see how to do it. So now we've hit that treble there. Now we're going to do a half double crochet. Remember, we did 5 chains there. One of them represents a chain space. The other 4 represent a treble crochet. So 1 treble there, and then on the corner I like to pop through the yarn and actually do it in the yarn to kind of anchor it in place. So there you go. Now we're going to chain 1. Now this is where I would change my color, just so you know. I would cut this and I would chain it right there, or change it. So I'm not going to do that, but I am going to show you how to do the stitch that makes the other side pop out a little bit. Okay, so you chain your 1, and we're going to do double crochet back here. Okay, so let's see if I can't get this on screen properly. Go into the top post. That would be the front loop, because this is the back of the work. So this is actually the front loop. And I believe that's called the 3rd loop there. So I go through both. There we go. And I will put a double crochet right there. Well, 2 of them actually. Grab more yarn. Go back. Let me move that out of the way so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. Go into there. And then again into there. Now the reason I do 2 spots is because if you were to just do the front loop, 1, you're not going to get the desired look, and 2, it doesn't anchor it into place. It causes the yarn to stretch. So this is the look that I'm going for, that right there, so that this chain look stays the chain look. So double crochet in this loop and in that loop right there. Oops. It's hard to do it because I'm looking at my camera. So those 2 loops there, I'm going to turn the work over so that you can actually see what I'm going through. See? Just like that. And do a double crochet. Just like you normally would. See? I'm going to do 1 more. Flip it over. Go into that one. And I'm going to turn and look over here. And then go into that one. That's Moses. He's working out. Okay. So that's how it's going to look. You guys get head on with it. Repeat everything from there on out. And the border, all I did was 1 of each color and 1 half double crochet of each color, causing the yarn to pop this way. So I did in the original shawl, I did 3 colors, and I did half doubles, the dark gray, then I did a purple, and then I made this stitch pop again by doing another pink, another row of pink. And that's how I left it. Just a simple border. Okay, so there you have it, guys. This is the shawl. This is just the prototype. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I am sorry that I spent so much time jabber-jawing and stumbling over my words. Promise you, I'm going to get better at this. And you guys will have more and more tutorials. So you have a blessed day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.